Hi everyone, I just finished my first platforming game called Skedaddle, available now on itch.io. In this video I will explain some of the design choices for this project. I chose to focus on level design and game mechanics, so instead of drawing the characters and levels myself, I used a tile set, which you can find here on itch.io. I tried to mix up different techniques to get the most out of these limited visuals. For colors, I added a thin purple color to the game. You can see it added on the canvas in Unity. I think this color blends really well. First, it's more interesting than just black and white. Then in the second part of the game, I think the red tiles and the purple filter really complement each other. Originally, I wanted to add some post-processing effects, such as scan lines and some kind of CRT TV distortion, but I couldn't get it to work, so I didn't use it in the end. For the main character, I went with a gold color to make the player brighter and easily recognizable in the environment. For the camera, in this game I used a mix of fixed cameras and a camera following the player. I love the way that a fixed camera allows you to know exactly what the player will see, so you can really get a nice composition in your levels. For the bigger levels, the camera is following the player. For this I used Cinemachine, which is a built-in system in Unity that gives you a lot of options for in-game cameras. I gave my camera a slight offset to make the progression smoother and feels more natural. In the later part of the game, when the castle turns red, I also added a camera shake effect. This effect is really easy to use, you just have to experiment with the noise parameters in the Cinemachine component. Now let's talk about the level design. I had the basic outline for this game, which was start in an unknown castle, fall, jump back up, go down some tunnels and pipes, escape the pipes, then the castle collapses, then you have to escape, then the end. I started with this simple premise, then I built at first easy levels, where you just have to go right and occasionally jump. I then playtested the game and made it progressively harder and harder. It took a few iterations to get the right balance between frustration and fun, but I think I did a decent job in the end. I also spent quite some time adding enemies, which are mostly patrolling slimes and bats. I also added a lot of spikes and chains to give more life to the castle. On a technical side, I first built most of the levels on a single layer using the tile map system in Unity. Then I created other tile maps, which I moved around the Z-axis to make them feel closer or further from you. Playing with the Z-axis also gave the game a nice parallax effect, which I really enjoy. Just by experimenting and playing around with the transparency, colors and the position of the Z-axis allows you to create interesting visuals in Unity without having to do much programming. Now for the programming part of the game, I have reused and adapted a lot of scripts from my previous games, such as the player movement, music transition and falling objects that all come from Blackthorn Prod's courses on Udemy. The death zone, scene transition and enemy patrol scripts all come from this course on YouTube. I did my best to keep the game simple while at the same time having a finished product which is fun, playable and doesn't have too many bugs. Finally, for the music, I used this royalty-free music I found on itch.io. This music is really cool and adds a lot to the game, so thank you Abstraction Music for making it available. Alright, that should be it for this game. If you have any question, leave me a comment. Thank you for watching.